What is up, everybody? It's your host, RDV, and I'm here with Easy Eric Breen. What's up, Eric?
That sounded kind of creepy.
This sounds creepy.
It's your host, RDV.
I'm here to give you the 411 on what's good this week, little buddy. No, no, I like I said, like I can't be as smooth as the Great Legend. Great Legend, when it comes to doing the little promos, it's kind of cool. I love it. So shout out to the Great Legend. If you haven't checked out that guy, check him out. I think he has his own YouTube channel still.
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called the Great Legend Show. Is what his YouTube channel, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Alrighty. What's up, Undead Quinn? Hello, Marania.
And happy birthday today to Metarog, who joins the 60 plus club.
Ooh, does he get a members only jacket and some microwave TV dinners?
Well, here's the thing. When we turn 60, we get members only jackets, but they don't fit anymore.
Oh, one size fits all. Right?
I wish.
That's okay. That's okay though. All right. I got quite a few books out this week. Especially if I believe Marvel has some books, but I'm not releasing all of them. I was looking at the Fantastic Four that's out this week, but it has nothing to do with Doctor Doom and the Blood Hut event. And I'm just like, it focuses on Johnny doing the self-narrating for the whole entire book, talking about while he's battling these aliens that come to Earth. I'm like, okay, thanks for the event. Apparently, the event's meaningless then. And Doctor Strange just got canceled, that book. So Marvel had a semi-decent event, but just like always, they dropped the ball right afterwards.
What they do.
It's stupid, and it shouldn't happen anymore. People now need to start getting let go and get some actually willing to get the people who actually can put Claremont. Claremont right now, even Wes said it. Claremont is the best representation of X-Men right now being stores right now. Books being put out. He's the only representation because everything else sucks. He's talking about Wolverine Deep Cut, which I reviewed here on the channel. It is a fun book. It's Claremont. So like I said, now I'm going to start going back and reading more of the X-Men Claremont burn run.
Well, these new X-Men books are getting the audience they want, and Zach.
Yeah. Like I said, this was the first one that gave me anything that I actually give a shit about. The last time I got anything that was close to event related was Civil War. Siege is probably the one I got all the books. But Civil War, I was like getting the tie-ins, and then I realized the tie-ins were just kind of like pointless unless it was Secret Invasion, which had more impact on everything else. I don't know.
I disagree. I thought they were. What I liked about that 5-year period of Marvel is the tie-ins were important, and you wanted to get them.
Frontline.
I actually like those because I've read, like it kind of, if you remember Marvel's the Prestige series that Alex Ross did.
Yeah.
It was basically through the eyes of Phil Sheldon, a reporter. It kind of those were callbacks to that, and I like those.
Oh, okay.
But I can see where they wouldn't be for everybody. But
I guess I just got into comic books around 2002, so I had no prior knowledge of that stuff.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go back and read that, it's well worth it. It's really, really cool.
All right.
It's from 1993, I think.
What's up, the Jackson? Ray Kirk?
Wait, Jackson, did you get a piece of cake at least at Roger's birthday party?
Must see. This is a must see Thursday night. That's on Thursday. This is Tuesday night. But share my screen here. We'll get this going. I don't know. Like I said, I just been so disheartened from either what company it is to really get invested in a lot of stuff. I am more so leaning in. Probably, I'd say, they take it back. When it comes to the big two, I probably don't want to invest in a lot of stuff, or even my attention or my money. But The Energon universe has been fun. The GI Joe, which is part of Energon universe, that's also been fun as well. Trying to think what the other one is. Dark Horse for now has Millerverse, Miller World.
Yeah.
Those are like the only two things that I've actually really invested a lot of money in.
Ghost Machine.
Oh, Ghost Machine, yeah, has been getting some of my money as well.
Well, I want Marvel and DC to do well, just to keep the doors open, so I can keep getting the stuff you mentioned, the Mad Cave stuff, and just all the really good indies that are coming out now.
There's a lot this week, man. I have only one book from the big two on my pull list.
Jesus, jumping Jehoshaphat.
What's that? Baseball again?
Yeah, you're getting run out of your own building.
Hey, did you check out that? Speaking of baseball, did you check out that video?
I've seen those. It's 7-1 already.
Yeah,
Dodgers. You picked Brewers picked a bad time to have the Dodgers roll through town.
Picked a bad time to quit smoking glue.
Well, they might want to start.
I saw that.
They're not playing the Reds anymore.
I said it's a bad time. Picked a bad time to quit taking amphetamines. Bad time to quit sniffing markers. Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. I'm like 2 or 3. There's a couple epic collections I need to get. I think I'm 2 Submariner epic collections behind. I mean,
well, I am curious. I'm curious to see if one of the trades this week is on your list.
We'll have to get there to find out, and I hope not, because I need Golden Age boards, and they're expensive even with my discount.
Right. I have magazine boards. That's what I have. The closest I get. I've never had Golden Age. That stuff.
I put everything one size up. So my Silver Age books, I put in Golden Age bags to like the borders. Mm. And if the short box is broken in enough, they fit. If not, you gotta take a crowbar.
Yeah, I don't like how it slides back and forth. I never liked that. I feel like that's like something going to happen where it's just going to ding the sliding. I like when it's tight, All right. No one likes it loose, Breen.
That's what we're talking about.
All righty. Number 5 for me this week, unless you want to go this week first.
Oh, no, please.
Number 5 for me this week is my only DC book. It is a Green Lantern tie-in. I don't care about the Amanda Waller thing, or Amanda Waller, at least at the end of the channel. But reading the description for this, I actually kind of want to check it out a little bit. As is, Hal Jordan must don the weapons of DC's greatest villains to escape Waller's clutches. So I kind of that right there, him using other villains like weapons, because he doesn't have his lantern, or his ring is out of charge. So I kind of want to see that. Meanwhile, Carol sets on a mission to help others, learning what it means to be a hero along the way. And then the backup story is Guggenheim and Derek Robertson. Derek Robertson, I love his art from The Boys. I'm curious to see what Mark Guggenheim's going to do. But, I mean, they're doing a new Witness the Rise of this thing called the Shadow Lanterns.
Well, I'm glad to see Derek Robertson get work, because the last time I saw anything of his was the Mag's trans Superboy design. I
know. So, like I said, I want to check this out, man. It's such a weird cover. Looks like what it reminds you of? Degeneration X, when they would sign their spray paint on the things. That's it, right?
Kind of like it actually, but
yeah, it's on a plane. Yeah, it's doing. The cover I'm going for this week, I was like, I want the Michaela Janin Resistance, No, I want the Chris Samney stock variant. I just like Chris Samney's art, and I if those are fans of Firepower, I just think it's the guy from Firepower with the Green Lantern ring. But yeah, like I said, the Michaela Janin one, it's all right. I mean, if it was a G.I. Joe book, sure.
His that drawing, that Chris Samney, you're not going to agree with me, but it kind of gives me Darwin Cook vibes.
Yes.
Oh, wait a
Joe,
minute. No, wait a minute. No, I will not. I'm not going to use the word vibes through November 5th. It's reminiscent of Darwin Cook
you know what
to me.
it reminds you of New Frontier.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's that's another reason why I kind of like it too. Yeah. So he's just got that. Now usually I don't like stylized art, but I think this fits. I just wish he would have colored in the side of the hair instead of having like a shaved, like he's an army guy.
Well, I think I think that's a touch of gray
Yeah, it could be.
because Hal had gray right before he became Parallax, and
Yeah.
so when they're kind of portraying him as being a
But
little older.
I am not against Mikel Janin doing the interior art though. Look at the interior. Look at the detail in that face. I like that.
Mhm.
Everything. The gloves, the Batman behind himself, like Mikel. Look at this Superman. Like that's cool. Even the concrete with the little rebar sticking out. Like I will not deny that Mikel Janin is a really good, talented artist. Is he exclusively working at DC now, or is he been doing anything?
No idea.
I thought he actually had. What? Oh, wasn't he working on Nemesis, the covers?
Again, I don't know.
Green Lantern and Wonder Woman. He's doing covers, so he's not really. But he was on. Apparently, Justice League Dark. He did some Batman stuff.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he's done a lot of it. I only know him from DC work.
Wow. Yeah. Another Spanish artist. Manuela Pacino is. She's from right around there. He's either Italian or she's or Spanish. But yeah, I will not pay for a $1.25 or sorry, not $1.25, but a $1.25. That looks kind of muddied, but I don't know. But yeah, that is my number 5 for this week. On Dead Quinn, do you have any books this week? Let's see. Nope. Everyone died in the chat.
Let's see if we can revive him.
With the revival. What happened to them? They're not wrestling anymore.
All right. So yeah, he's got 2.
Only 2 to think. Okay. What about you? Can add trades in there. If you're getting any trades, you can put that. That might be a number 3 for you. But where are we going, sir? For your number 5.
All right, my number 5 is Green Lantern. Oh no, it's not because Mark Waid works for DC. Yeah, my number 5 is Batman Gotham by Geth. Oh no, it's not because Mark Waid works at DC. I want to give an honorable mention to Johnny Quest. Ordinarily, that would be in my top 5.
Yeah, I saw
and I like the preview, and I'm really liking all these old properties that are coming back strong. But
how far down is there? It is.
It was right there.
Yeah, I think the last time that was actually in print was that Calico or Comico? Where was
Comico? I don't know if there's been anything since, but it's been a minute.
Yeah.
But my number 5 is from our good pal Joe Corallo. Kardak the Mystic.
How far down?
Oh, you're going in the wrong direction.
I was gonna say how far down is it? I don't think it's that far down.
A bit.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first to admit that I know not a damn thing about that character.
Facsimile coming out this week.
Yeah, Mark Waid works for DC. There he is.
I don't care. I get a facsimile. I get a facsimile.
I'll get the old ones. Yeah. So I said that's and Joe, buddy, pal.
Change the icon.
Change the profile pic, will you? Go back to the James Bond.
Like, do they do that for him, or does he change himself?
But no, I mean you change it. You change it all the time. There was a live stream. I wish I could remember the name of the channel now, but Joe and this Butch guy were both on talking Kardak. I unfortunately don't remember the name of the live stream, but they were on. I got there just as they were leaving, and a new guy was coming in.
Isn't he usually on Josh's channel?
Yeah, but this was a different show. I'd never heard of it. It just popped up. But anyway, I said so. Yeah, this is going to be my number 5. I know I'm going to like it because one thing I've liked everything Joe's written, even if the subject matter isn't. As I said, I the miniseries that he wrote recently. Oh God, about the guy that the ex hitman was like doing like one more job, and he had to protect a fairy from being taken by her father, who wanted to use her for.
No,
God,
I
what was
didn't.
that? What was
I
that
don't. I don't
called?
know. But did you read this? The bottom part. It says going invisible is just a trick of dice. Rather, he enters another realm with other
Yeah,
creatures. That's clever because like a magician usually does tricks and stuff, but this trick involves you have to go into another realm to become invisible because you're not really there. But
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. I was gonna say, I'm embarrassed. I can't think of the miniseries. That was in my wheelhouse, so I enjoyed that a ton. But the
You
one
know,
before that, the other name I can't remember because I
Dolly in the
said
Dark.
Dolly in the Dark. Yeah, that was definitely something I really liked.
I thought he had another one in between that though. Oh,
He,
yeah, he had King Arthur and Knights of Justice.
yeah, but the one before that was not something that I would ordinarily be into, but I liked it. So I mean, he can write. So I know Beckstar. Yeah,
Dexter, yeah, okay.
yeah. So I know I'm going to like this. So I'm looking forward to that. And he edited Cherish. I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah, yeah, I edited that.
And he edited the Sheena series that wrapped up a couple months ago.
Lost on Planet Earth. I've never.
I think that might be a Mags book.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, that's my number 5.
Cool. When I look at this, I keep forgetting that it's Archie Comics. I keep thinking like, oh, is this tying into the Defenders book that's coming out this week? Because it's the same kind of wizard guy, like kind of like a.
He definitely shops at the same men's warehouse as Mandrake. Yes,
because he knows it's gonna look good on him.
I guarantee it.
Awesome. Alrighty. Kind of shocked though. You have a Joe book at the very top 5, but not higher on their list.
Not this one, but Lost on Planet Earth is one I was talking about.
All right.
Because I know Karnak was Archie. I just don't know anything about it. Because I think they used him in the 50s.
Maybe. I like that he's a new. He probably is an old Archie character. But he looks new.
Yeah.
No. Alrighty. My number 4 is another indie book that's come back for its second issue, but we both liked. It's a book that came out about 2 weeks ago, I think.
Why do I have a feeling that I'm ranking this a lot higher than you? If it's what I'm thinking.
Kill All Mortals.
Yup.
Because I have another book that you put as a number 5 higher in the list.
Well, I know you're number 1. I'm not getting, so there's that also.
Well, actually, no, you are getting my number 1.
Or you're number 2 then.
Yeah, my number 2. Alrighty. Dude, such a crazy, just insane balls to the walls action in the first one. This is Zach Kaplan. If you don't know who Zach Kaplan is, he did a movie, or not a movie, but a series. I think it was called Shine or something like that. But it basically, had to deal with where our world basically was exposed to basically the erasure of the ozone layer. So the sun melted everything, so people lived underground, and it was just a whole conspiracy theory and everything goes on. It was a really cool Eclipse. That's right, Eclipse is the name of it. So in order to be on the surface, people are allowed limited minutes, and they had to have space suits with coolant in them, refrigerant to keep them cold, otherwise they'd warm up and die. And it was just like a whole good versus bad, and it was Moonraker on Earth. It was great. I loved it. So this is just as crazy. I've never heard of Succession or what that is, but they're saying it's Succession meets.
Oh, Succession is one of the shows that I think first couple of years everybody was comparing, saying this is like Wire-esque. It's that good.
Yeah.
And I said by the third season, my brother, who loved the first 2 seasons, said it went so far off the rails that he had trouble finishing. But everybody, that's most people, like 99% of people that read that loved it, and it's basically about a family business. I think that.
So this, I think I remember that. I remember, yeah, one of the guys.
Brian Cox was one of the stars of it.
Who was the son though? One of the sons was pretty famous too.
I didn't see it because I don't have HBO.
It's now I think I recognize what it is. You know, I think that one of the sons was actually one of the Culkin brothers. But anyway,
Kieran,
yeah, Kieran. I think it was Kieran. Because definitely the other one's on acting. Because basically this is a group of immortals. They're Vikings, and basically it was just the way they introduced. I'll go read the first issue. The first issue is just crazy. Such that the cliffhanger is on. So synopsis says a Viking always answers the ruthless, vicious call of war in the name of their clan and their kin. Now, as immortal Viking Frey Asvald journeys to her family's mysterious Nordic homeland for ancient secrets, she must decide whether she will embrace her killer instincts to challenge her family. You know, because she brought a guy who was kind of like her lover to the family meeting, the end of the first one, and things just went off the rails. As you can see here, he's got what looks like Mjolnir. With blood, it's like a Thor kind of thing. And here's the actual girl star of it. Who's got her own axe. This is fun.
and I just found a reason to want to go watch Succession.
Really?
Guess who's in almost all the episodes?
Titus Welliver.
Sledgehammer.
Oh, Sledge.
David Rash.
I watched the intro, like the first 10 minutes of the pilot, and I was just like, I can see why people they love to talk about it, but I don't know anybody who loves to watch it.
What, Sledgehammer?
Yeah,
I watched it religiously.
Oh my gosh, I could not get into it. It was just so I'd rather watch Police Squad.
And that was Sledgehammer was. Yeah, I mean, Police Squad was better, but Sledgehammer was like a 9 to it. So yeah, it's issue 2 of Sledgehammer with Spider-Man crossover.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there's a scene where he opens the car door like Eddie Murphy did to that guy on 48 Hours, and he goes, punch yourself in the face, and the suspect's like, what? He goes, you heard me. Punch yourself in the face. So he does. He goes, all right, now finish yourself off. And the guy's like beating his own head into the car hood. And it's that kind of humor.
He carries around the dirty hairy gun.
Oh yeah, it was a send up of that too. Yeah, that's part of it. But yeah, I said give it another shot. I think you'll like it. I really do.
I liked him because he played Surf. He was on one episode of Miami Vice. He is one of the killers trying to kill this fleeing family, trying to basically escape Russia, come to America.
His partner was hotter than a $2 pistol, and the obligatory exasperated black commanding officer that.
I know. I saw.
It kind of reminded me of Captain Dobie from the Starsky and Hutch TV series.
Yeah, and he just kept yelling. And it was a mixture of that, but also a mixture of the captain from Beverly Hills. Yeah. But anyway, this is a fun story. If you haven't checked this out, the second issue is coming out. I'm sure you can find the first issue, or if you said you're one of the people who wants to wait for the trade, I guarantee you, if you read the trade, and I think it's like 6 issues, maybe. I'm not sure how long this is going to be, but you're going to read this within a day, and you're just going to be wanting more. It's been fun. Not many indie books. I don't praise Dark Horse a lot, but I feel like Dark Horse has been getting some good books lately.
Well, between this and Mark Millar, I guess we're praising him a lot more going forward.
It's weird though. Like I said, I normally don't read Dark Horse. The last time I read anything Dark Horse was the Buffy stuff you recommended. How many years ago was that?
And let me say for the record, since I already bashed Mark Waid, the fact that they're publishing Alex DeCampi sucks.
Yes.
And if I almost don't want to, support this company either. But I said, Mark, Alex DeCampi is a shit human being, and some of her actions probably contributed to Ed Piskor's death. but it's Mark Wade just directly. What he did, like I said, I don't know why I consider. It's not that I consider that worse, but
I don't know. It's I look at it this way. Do it back at Image. They have well-known Eric Larson, who's even didn't murder anybody, but he's still not a nice person.
Eric Larson went on John De La Rosa's channel, and they couldn't be any more opposite. But they got along fine for 90 minutes because they both loved comics.
He's not part of the council culture. I can say that
but like I said, because he's never said he'd rather see the industry burn than work with somebody that he doesn't agree with politically.
That's Mark Wade. I'm not saying he's better than Mark. But his
tweets. I don't know why.
I'm just saying, no matter what company you go to, there's going to be an Alex Academy. You're going to be an Eric Larson or Mark Wade. It's getting to the point where you just kind of look past that.
I guess maybe how I can, like I said, these indie companies, they basically subcontract.
Yeah, they do.
Mark Wade is the head writer of a company that's a company. So that's to me that might be the difference as far as I'm concerned.
That's the big difference because where Image is they're just publishing. They're not like hiring people. They're just publishing people's stuff.
Yeah, like I said, like Mark Millar has no contact with Alex DeCampo, has no contact with Zach Kaplan.
Yep.
But Mark Wade's actions to me is a stain on the entire.
It's like posting. It's like posting your books on Amazon. I'm sure there's a lot of people on Amazon that I don't like.
No, but
or Amazon as a journal. I'm just saying it's like it's getting to the point where you are right. Almighty Jack, we both know him. He does not watch current Hollywood or buy any comic books. He wants nothing to do with all this crap. And the problem is
that
Almighty Jack.
Oh,
I told the guy who argued with him, I said, like, you're just becoming a hermit then. You don't watch anything new. You don't read anything new. And it's just like you just read the old stuff. If that's what you want to do. But I said, like, I still want to be able to read some new stuff, be able to go see a movie. It's comes down to you do you. I
have no problem if that's how he feels.
Yeah,
but I don't hear him advertising it or criticizing other people or criticizing the shit because he's just stepped away from it.
Yeah, he did, and I
respect that.
I was just saying, me as personal, I would hate to have to step away from something I love because somebody else is doing something in another corner of the room over there.
Clearly, he's not loving any of it anymore.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then
it's. I just said that's the point.
Okay.
Where,
an old Archie IP revised in not mags. Hey guys, one slick dude is here. Make sure you skip his comment. I hear his thing to do. How's that?
Let's see here. Hey guys, one slick dude is here. Make sure you skip his comment. I hear the thing to do. All right. Apparently, one slick dude's here. I didn't see his comment.
Oh, it's right there. We skipped it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't see it. Wait, that's Undead Quinn. It says an old Archie IP revised science. I mean, not Megs.
There, and now that you feel right at home, one slick dude. Greetings.
What's up, man? yeah, but.
Okay, so
Jack Jackson's like, I feel the love. People are addressing me.
Number 4. Geiger.
What do you do? Frugal over there? The paper.
Yep. Hey guys, Captain Frugal here. I'm trying to bring back the old schoolyard days.
Let's see your it was average rating of blah blah blah.
Yes, I expect to give this a 7.23-04p. The reason why this isn't higher is this. I think I know there's 2 books that I'm gonna like better, just because I like the subject matter better, and one I expect to. I'm not a dystopian guy, but I get Geiger and I get Rook because they are so well done that I respect what they're trying to do. And even if they're not necessarily in my sphere of interest per se, I still like the stuff. I mean, because getting Gary Frank art on a monthly basis, getting Ivan Rice art on a monthly basis, Jason Feinbach, I mean,
dude, it's kind of where I am right now. I mean, Geiger hasn't been my favorite series come out of Ghost Machine. I've really been loving um, Rook Exodus, and then the other one with the Red Coat.
Red Coat. That's my favorite so far.
Yeah, Red Coat's my favorite too. I really like that. This you exceptionally good art, and Jeff Johns. It's not as good as some of the other stuff I read by him, but it's still enjoyable. You're not getting preached to. You know, you're getting a book. You know, just set in his world building, and it pays off. The action, the art's good. Except Gary Frank. I love Gary Frank art. It's a lot better than Quietly. No, but yeah, this is your review. Stepping on your toes here, but
no. That's
yeah.
No, yeah, I think it is one slick. But yeah, so that's So I said, we can all read what's on the screen. So that's my number 4.
I think there's gonna be so far I've seen there's 2 more issues that are available. You can see on League of Comic Geeks. So I'm not sure because I was wondering is this gonna be a limited to 6 issues and that's it? Or is this gonna be an ongoing? And right now it feels like it's gonna be an ongoing, if not just 12 issues. But I still want to know. The biggest problem with everything is that the unnamed. I want some of these other characters. When is the other books launching? As far as the family that's supposed to be like the Rockefellers, when is that launching? When do we get more of the other one with the horror? Hyde Street. When's that? I kind of feel like we're teased, and we're just getting Geiger, Red Coat, and Exodus, which I do like. But I mean, Jeff Johns is going to be the main writer for all these other books. So we got to wait till these run their course and then do that. And then you're going to wait again. You know what I mean? I thought there'd be more writers, but he'd hire on. But if Johns is going to be the main writer for everything, we might have to wait a while, unfortunately. For those who are enjoying these books, I don't know how many people there is. I mean, obviously Geiger's not my cup of tea right now. I like Junkyard Joe. I want more of that. I want more Red Coat. But I don't know. Like I said, your one slick dude's talking about as far as this might be where the doggy goes down. Yeah, it kind of sucks, man. Now he's gonna go John Wick. But what a weird series too. All because someone killed his dog. John Wick has murdered thousands of people.
Yeah,
in this series. It's just I want that T-shirt, the meme. It's like you killed my dog. It's that was over with. But no, yeah, I like this cover. Here's the alternate cover. Gabriel Rodriguez. So I do like this. I like.
You notice that I like the confidence that they've got in this. That they're not flooding the market with variants.
Yes.
It's almost like you want what's between the covers.
Well, I'll say this. I've seen it where they've had, I think, Geiger at first, and it was also Junkyard Joe when Geiger was first coming out. They had 2 variants. Well, one was incentive cover, 1 in 25, and the other one was the cover B, which I don't mind. If you have 2 variants plus the main cover, that's great. Those extra variants will actually help boost their money, their revenues, as their startup company. But they're not flooding it with 15 covers. Marvel and DC should be banking in it, and they'd be swimming in all the money. It should be like Scrooge McDuck if they were doing it smart, because being such a huge industry. But they have to rely on variants in order to sell their books, because no one cares about what's between the page, which is sad. But alrighty, rant over. Gonna go to my number 3. My number 3 is a book we talked about, but I had it's a little bit higher than you did. We gotta scroll down. We gotta go into the basement. like to call it. It is. I don't think I passed it up, did I? No. No, it's that far. There it is. Cardiac the Mystic. It's I don't know if it's gonna be a one shot or it's gonna be more.
It is one shot.
It is a one shot. $4. Don't know how many pages it is, but it is Joe Corallo, a friend of this channel. I like to call him Joey sometimes, But
he asked that we call him Mr. Corallo now.
I was gonna say Mr. Corallo.
Yes, that's
Corallo, right? No,
that's how Higgy would do it.
Hey, dude. Honestly, this is looking interesting. Normally, Archie comics current come out today, I'd be like pass. Even the Chilling stuff, I've been passing them because they just haven't been that great. This has been kind of interesting. All over John Candy. I mean John Cardy. Sorry, but John Cardy. That's a weird name. Over wanted was to be recognized for his talent at magic tricks and sleight of hand. He's talented, but not enough to get it noticed until he becomes across it, which is unbeknownst to him, a cursed ruby. Doesn't it sound like you're just reading like a House of Secret or House of Mystery or something like that, or some kind of like horror movie back in the day, an EC thing? So he comes across this ancient ruby, like that gives him the power of invisibility, and it's all going well. He's becoming popular, and then unfortunately, he said going invisible. He's not really going invisible. Everybody thinks he's there, not there, but it's just like he's going to a parallel world, a realm, and something inside the realm. You see the hands wants to use him to get to our world, dark forces. So like I said, it reminds me of this old like a horror movie or books get like EC or Creepy or Shudder and all that stuff. Like it's something like to be in that. So I'm curious to see what happens to Mr. Cardy. Will he bite the bullet at the end? Will he lose the ruby and be stuck on the parallel world?
Well, I'm sure we can count on Mr. Corallo.
Wait, it's Corallo. Oh!
To deliver.
He will deliver. Do that to us personally.
If not, it's back to Joey C.
Yeah. Alrighty. that's all I got. Oh,
all right.
Oh, let's do the variant. There you go. I did not see this the first time we did this.
All right. Let's see. So we're on number 3, right?
Yeah, number 3. Just Shannon and Fulton here. Sorry, it's paper.
Number 3. It'd go down, 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 down. Got feeling going to be scrolling for a while. You'll know when we get to it.
Yeah, it's at the very bottom. Right there. Right?
Yes, sir.
Defenders of the Earth.
Rifter. Oh, I mean, Defenders of the Earth.
At least he didn't say Life is Strange.
Again, this is I'm in Mad Cave We Trust. It's Flash Gordon.
It's Dan DeVito.
Mandrake the Magician and Lothar.
Prince of Evil.
Looking forward to this. I've never read anything with Lothar that I'm aware of. But like I said, Dan, don't fuck this up, please. And I don't think you will. I expect this to be good.
Yeah, can we quit with the action cover? I mean, this makes sense because this was a toy line, but I'm like everything has to have a variant where it's the action figure. This is weird.
Yeah, exactly. I said if it's good, you're going to get 40 clams from me. Yeah, Mad Cave. If not,
you know what they should do? How about they just release the comic book with an action figure instead of drawing an action figure?
Okay, now I remember, Mariah. Yeah, Pat, I'm disappointed to hear that because I said we both really, really like the Dick Tracy series.
Yeah.
But then again, I haven't read a ton of the cartoons. I mean, the comic strips and whatnot. So maybe that works in my favor.
Yeah. Somebody said that it was just too violent. Like they like it, but it was just kind of more violent than they're used to in a Dick Tracy
I
book.
did hear somebody say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I said that's going to be my number 3. And hopefully, I don't know if this has any from the original series, which I believe was from Star Comics 40 years ago.
Right.
But I don't know if it's going to tie into the Flash Gordon series at all. But
I would hope so. It's an 8-part series.
It doesn't look like it is, but It does say from the world of Flash Gordon. So I guess we'll find out.
Be cool if Flash.
I got to be honest. That's not the best art I've ever seen on the cover.
No, I hear with you.
But Jim Califori, if you remember a series called Exiles, he did a lot of those, and I know he did a lot of
which one? There was one that came out in the 2000s.
The one from the late 90s and the early 2000s.
Okay, I gave that one.
And I think he drew a lot of issues of the Sandra Kane Batgirl series. So I mean, he's serviceable.
Yep. Every time he says Lothar, I think of like Prince Lothar from Voltron. That was my ear growing up, my brother. So, dude, honestly, I agree with you on this. As far as the Defenders go, the reason I'm getting this because it's Mad Cave. It's come the world of Flash Gordon, but the main reason I'm getting it is because it has the Phantom in it. I don't see the Phantom being used anywhere. You know, there's old reprints of the original series stuff, but it's cool to see the Phantom being used. You know, if we can get a Phantom ongoing from Mad Cave, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
I think I'd be willing to give that a shot because there have been some. Yeah, Marvel's had the rights to them. DC had the rights to them. I didn't read any of those because it just didn't really grab me at the time. But I have since now read a lot of the older series from Charlton, and then I've got a couple of the ones when King was publishing, and I like it.
Yeah, like I said, they have. I don't know if Walmart still does, but in the past year or two, I've seen we can actually buy the action figures. That's why I found out that Defenders was actually. I'm like, what the heck? Because I saw the Phantom in there and I saw Flash Gordon. I was like, what is this? And then I go in here, talk to you. You're like, oh, there was a limited comic book series that went for like 4 issues.
And now I've read enough to know if somebody says, who is the ghost that walks? I know they're talking about the Phantom.
Speaking of Phantoms, they're just popping up now.
Look, it's Zach.
Hey, what's up? I didn't even know if I was going to make it back in time.
Like you said, the Phantom, it just pops up.
Well, young man, you've got some catching up to do because.
Do I? What are y'all on?
You're 3 behind, so
3
behind, 4, and 3.
Did y'all start at 8?
No,
8:05.
8:05. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you started at 8:30. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're on that East Coast time.
I'm an hour older than you.
And this was your number what? Number 2?
No, number 3.
Number 3. Okay. All right. So Zach, I'm gonna give you catch up time here. Let's see your top.
Can I
5 to 3.
Can I have mustard time? I like mustard more than ketchup.
No bigotry. Sorry, we don't have time for it.
No bigotry tonight. Darn. Don't take that seriously, folks. Okay, let's see here. I'm pulling up my League of Comic Geeks. Let's see what we got this week.
You should have it on a piece of paper ready to go.
I didn't know if I was going to be here, so I didn't take the time to list one.
Always the whole thing is all.
Captain Frugal would be prepared. Just saying.
Maybe you should get Captain Frugal.
You don't think we didn't try?
I've lured him with Captain America number 101, 114. I even Avengers 5 and 4.
Okay, all right. Let's do this. Okay, number 5. My number 5 for this week. Actually, I think my number 5 is the same one y'all were just talking about. I think the Defenders of the Earth is going to be my number 5 for this week.
Okay.
Dan DiDio writing. I'm curious. See how that goes. I like, especially now with Flash Gordon, the hype around Flash Gordon, and you got some of these other characters like the Phantom. I don't know any of these other characters. Ming the Merciless, I know because he's like a Flash Gordon villain, but I don't know about this magician guy or Lothar. Like I don't know about these characters. So
wasn't Ming the Merciless in that Shang-Chi movie?
No. He looks like a Kree or a Skrull almost because I think they turned his skin green in the new Flash. I think I could be wrong.
He's green with envy.
I actually prefer it. It makes him look more alien. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think so. Yeah, Defenders of the Earth, number 1. It's gonna be my number 5 spot. It's also a mini series, and I'm fed up with mini series. But if it's good enough,
It's
I'll be
8-part series, so
8-part. That's okay. So that's gonna be number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Ultimates number 3 by Dennis Camp.
with the ugliest She-Hulk I've seen.
And,
Ultimate She-Hulk. I'm kind of curious to see how they do, because like the Hulk in the Ultimate Universe, he's almost like he's not like Maestro, but he is like an intelligent Hulk. He's like a Buddha Hulk, actually.
You know what this reminds you of? When I'm gonna say real quickly, if this is the interior art, I know this is a variant cover, but if she looks like this in the series, I'm gonna be disappointed because I want that John Byrne, the thin, slimmer. This looks like when
No,
she's begging Thor.
This looks like
I'm begging Thor.
Even before that one, because that one was still green.
Yes, this looks like Jason Aaron.
Yeah.
You know,
That one was still green. This looks like when Mariko Tamaki had that. It was a very short-lived She-Hulk series, but it was titled Hulk. I don't think even it was even She-Hulk.
Zach, you mentioned Mariko Tamaki. You didn't have to add short-lived.
Oh, okay. Well, I did.
You guys got a cupcake? I'm hungry.
Please don't mention sugar. I miss sugar so much. I'm going through like withdrawals. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious about this though, just because shut the mess up. Man. No, it's all good. I'm not really going through withdrawal shakes. I do miss sugar a lot though. I was at the house earlier today and I wanted a mocha.
Sugar da 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 da.
Honey would actually be okay because honey is not processed sugar; it's natural sugar.
Oh, you can just taste the sugar
Change
right on
the
my.
lines. Oh, Zacky, da 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 da.
I don't like that. That's I'm not hungry anymore.
Give me some sugar, baby.
No, I've been liking Ultimates though so far. I think besides Ultimate Spider-Man, I think this is probably my favorite Ultimate book. I was actually thinking last week I'm like this close to dropping Ultimate Black Panther. It's a decent book, but it's not at the price point. It's not enough for me to keep buying.
You like this better than Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, this is right beneath Ultimate Spider-Man. It goes Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther. And then way down there is Ultimate X-Men.
I agree with this. This is second in like popularity for me.
He does really. Dennis Camp does really good with the Ultimates. He's channeling some Jonathan Hickman, like he said like there's going to be data pages. Like Jonathan Hickman will do graphs or whatever in his books. He's going to have some of that in here, which I'm kind of excited about.
I'll agree with you. I think actually Hickman has say over what's going on.
I think so. So yeah, Ultimates number 3. That's gonna be my number 4 book. Not number 2, number 4. Number 3.
Number 3
is gonna be Geiger number 5.
Which we already talked about.
You talked about Geiger?
Best boy, no longer best boy.
If they kill this dog. Jeff Johns, I am not above dropping a book of yours.
Final fate of Barney.
I am not above dropping Jeff Johns over the death of a dog. I am not above that. I will. No, probably. I probably won't. But man, I do not do dog deaths well. I do not handle. When it comes to dogs, I'm a softie, man. I'll give my left arm for a dog. But man, Barney is just such a good boy too. This has been good though. I have been liking the new Geiger with like him and the Nuclear Knight guy and this villain that's following him, the electrician. I've been liking this. It's had a nice kind of a fugitive vibe to it because they've been on the run. A lot of them have been pretty self-contained stories, but still contributing to like a larger narrative. Gary Frank's artwork. I mean, I don't need to go on about that. We all know how good of an artist he is. Yeah, if Barney dies, I'm gonna be really sad. But
wouldn't be right to let you live after we killed Barney.
Yeah, right. Once the dude is right, it's a 2-headed dog too, so that's twice the pain.
Oh, he's here tonight. Oh,
I
didn't see him.
Yep. So this is gonna be my number 3, and my number 2 book this week.
Well, alrighty. Well, you're jumping ahead.
I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry. Y'all only did 5 through 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, that's my number. So I'm caught up then. So
Mr. Breen, what is your number 2?
We need yours first.
Did I start first? That's right. I did
Mhm.
start. I almost thought that. All right. All right. My number 2 is right here. It's Transformers number 11. It's a book I told you weren't getting. Yeah. Only Optimus Prime can save Earth and Cybertron. But will all the Autobots stand with him? You mean those never Trumper Autobots? Sorry. Never Optimus. Dude, if you're not getting this book, I can't convince you of anything because this book is just freaking awesome. The cover art, Jorge Corona. Don't be. He doesn't have COVID. Don't worry. His last name's Corona. But anyway, dude, he emulates Danny Warren Johnson's art they started off. So if you had not told me that Danny Warren Johnson was not doing the art anymore, I would not even notice. And that's hard to say because when an artist changes, there's a drastic difference, and you can even see, you can also see the slight differences. But I've been having fun with this. Danny Warren Johnson bringing back the Transformers, making them great again. IDW, sorry, you suck. When it comes to the writers, the only thing about IDW that I actually really liked was the Real Ghostbusters because the guys actually were doing a good job on there. Sorry for the people who like Turtles. Turtles have been good since they did the Saturday morning cartoon Turtles. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Here's another cover by Jorge Corona with Shockwave. Shockwave, those who watched the I Love Comics cover ranking, Shockwave was one of the covers of Transformers they did. And dude is just menacing. This guy tortures and tears apart Autobots and other Decepticons, because he wants to he doesn't care. He is like your crazy World War II like evil Nazi freaking monster thing.
He's the Dr. Mengele of robots.
Yeah, it is. It is disturbing, and I'm grateful because he's a villain, and I like villains being villains. There's also the Karen Darbo connecting variants, which is okay. I mean, I'd rather just give me a poster or wall scroll at this point. I don't even run covers. But yeah, there's so many variants here. Look at this one. Retailers, you can get the.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, like destroyed and then clean. And then here's the comedy work. But overall, though, I'm curious to see what's going to go on because now we have Ultra Magnus back, and 2 of the other Autobots are being tortured by Shockwave. So I don't know. Like I see, and RC doesn't agree with him. Oops, sorry. But if you guys aren't getting Transformers, you're just not living. Sorry, brain.
According to Black Cat, I died a long time ago anyway.
Yeah, that brain doesn't want to live.
You guys are starting to make Evil Black Cat sound like Barney Rubble.
I was just going to say, you have to be careful or you lapse into Barney Rubble.
I know.
Hey, and then if you're really not careful, Barney Rubble will lapse into Yogi Bear. Hey, yo, Fred, want to go get a picnic basket?
Bonnie. So I think our time. Alrighty. Where are we going to, Mr.
All right. Let me consult my list.
I give this a 7.6. It'd be a little higher, but had a few nicks.
The League of Comics Geeks, had 3 out of 6 people.
Average of a 3.4 rating.
We are headed down about halfway down the page. In fact, my 2 and my 1 are right next to each other.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we just have to get past all this Marvel and DC crap. There we go. Dick Tracy number 4
is your number 2.
Is my number 2.
Wow.
Oh, I'm loving Kill All Immortals.
I know, I am too. But I mean, I was just like, dang, I thought you had Dick Tracy a little higher on the list today.
Well, 2's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not.
The iconic pulp hero returns.
I like that cover.
Noir revival.
Blood Alley.
In a world where Detective Dick Tracy.
In a world where Dick Tracy and his allies are starting to piece together a mystery of the savage Green Eye killings. But
the puzzle is revealing a much bigger and deadly conspiracy. Zach, take over.
One that weaves back its tentacles to some unexpected places.
Boy,
Can the man in the yellow hat uncover the truth and defeat the city's newest kingpin, Curious George?
I was gonna say that too.
When
In
I
time.
was a boy.
In time to survive and prevent all the bananas being taken by the monkey. Dude, like I said, Zach just pointed out the cover on this, Streets of Blood.
Oh, it's a great cover. Oh, I love the silhouette of Flat Top in the
Yeah.
in the shade too. That's cool.
The streets are running with blood. Remember they always say that?
Yeah.
And here's is anybody getting the connecting covers?
I didn't know there were connecting covers until just now.
Yeah, it was cover B was a connecting cover the first from the. So that's been cool. And then here's Francesco Francavilla or Francavilla. I don't know. I can't pronounce that unless it's English. Kind of a boring cover for Incentive.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like this, and I love this. This is the main cover, and it pops more than the variants. Isn't that? That's what it's supposed to be. I should never be like, oh, I'm gonna go spend $1 more and get a variant. I should be like, dude, I love cover A, cover B. Like I want, just like Transformers and those other books, I want the variants to be just as awesome. So I'm torn which one I get because they're just as great as cover A. So, but I leave the floor to my senior Paul.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Dick Tracy, number 2. Meh. How do you guys? That's like, no. This has been a fun series. Unfortunately, not everybody enjoys it, which is okay. You don't have to. I mean, Pat says I think it was Pat said he wasn't feeling it as well. I've heard from other people they said it was kind of more violent than what they're used for Dick Tracy, especially that very first issue. Oh my gosh,
that first issue was brutal.
Yeah, but poor shoulders, knees, and toes in this last issue. Sorry, but honestly, this is the movie I'd want to see. It's just like it kind of gives you that Ben McKenzie like James Gordon.
Ben McKenzie could probably play Dick Tracy. Actually,
I would pay to see that.
I would give.
But also, I would like Josh Brolin playing an older Dick Tracy.
Ooh.
Dude, there you go. What about
I could pay to see that.
What about Josh Brolin as Flat Top? You know,
I've seen him do stuff like I don't know. Anyway. Zachary, do we have your number 2?
Sure, you do. It's not this though.
No, it's probably one we already talked about. I know what it's going to be.
You do?
It's a DC book.
So.
You think so?
I think it's a DC book.
Do you think it starts with green?
I don't know about that. No, it could not.
It is actually. Haha. Foiled. It is Green Lantern. It is Green Lantern issue number 14.
That was my number 5 this week.
From the great Jeremy Adams. I am not reading Absolute Power, but I am reading. Jeremy Adams. His tie-ins are usually pretty good, even if they're part of a bigger story. I know that was the case with. Oh gosh, what was that? Absolute Light. What was it? The Nightmare one that they had, Dark Nightmare or something. I don't remember. Night Terrors. The Jeremy Adams tie-ins for that were phenomenal. So this is interesting. Hal's being captured by Amanda Waller and has to steal all these villains of great DC villains and
steal their weapons.
Steal their weapons of DC villains. Not
the villains.
Sorry. Also, I think this is going to be interesting. So anyone for those of you who know, Star Sapphire is going to be the one in the Justice League series that's coming up.
Yeah.
Being written by ChatGPT and art by Dan Mora. And so rather than Green Lantern being on the cover art, although I'm sure he'll still be featured at some point because they've said every villain is going to be featured, or every hero. God, I need coffee. Star Sapphire has been the one on all like the concept art, the cover art, and everything. So this is probably going to see how she, kind of does, because I know Star Sapphire was kind of a villain for a bit, and then she was like an anti-hero ish. I think we're gonna be seeing her maybe turn more towards being like 100% hero.
Yeah, well,
perhaps.
she was probably a villain when she brutally murdered Jon Stewart's wife.
Wait, Jon Stewart from the Daily Show had a wife? Oh,
I mean, like literally cut her into pieces and left her for him to find.
Jeez.
Hell,
to be fair though,
Major
their love interest cannot catch a break.
Major Force was kind to Alex DeWitt compared to what Star Sapphire did to.
I remember Major Force. Yeah.
Was it Carol or was it the personality of Star Sapphire?
Oh, the same way they danced around Hal Jordan being Parallax. I mean,
What, Jordan mind controlled, or he had a different personality?
Yeah, they said he was taken over by the
possessed.
Parallax.
Yeah,
just as we talked about this before, the Derek Robinson with Mark Guggenheim, Shadowhunter or Shadowlanders. I want to know what that's going to be. Is that going to be part of Absolute, or is that something new they're building?
Don't know. But
Chris
this
Samney variant is what
the Chris Samney variants, man. God, I love these.
Can you go back to the creator list down there? Oh yeah, right next to Paul Kaminsky, Mark Waid, huge dick. Okay, maybe I just showed up on my screen.
Where do you see Mark Waid?
In my head.
Oh, is Paul Kaminsky just a jerk?
No, I said next to Paul Kaminsky. Mark Waid, huge.
Because Mark Waid is involved with DC, and so.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
As much as I like the dark, we were talking about how Chris Stanley art looks like Dark Kerwin's, Darwin Cook. Sorry,
Darwin Cook. Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. It's phenomenal.
But McKillajanin, why isn't he doing the interior for Duke or G.I. Joe?
I don't care for McKillajanin's art. I'm kind of glad he's not.
Are you kidding me? Look at this.
That's a great pinup. But yeah, like I said, if you look,
I don't care for his interior. Yeah,
it's better than a lot of the two-dimensional hacks that are employed by the big two right now.
That's fair.
But I think his best work was several years ago.
Who was the guy that did was that Mike Perkins I'm thinking of?
Mike Perkins that did the Batman thing.
Okay, yeah, I get those confused.
Which I really hope, huge HD Mark Waid is gone by the time they do a sequel.
Yeah.
Because I'd hate to not buy that.
Yeah. I mean, McKillajanin's all right. I don't know. Something about his art, it's okay. It's not my favorite though. But hey, if you like it though, more power to you.
Cool. Alrighty, but we spent too much time on this.
We did spend a lot of time on that.
My number one for this week. Let's start off with my number 5, which we just talked about, Green Lantern, number 14. Number 4 was Kill All Mortals, number 2. Number 3 was Kodak. Or Kordak the Mystic.
Karnak,
the Inhuman.
Cardiac?
Or Karnak the Magician, or the Mystic.
Yes.
Carson.
By Joe Coraldo. Yes. And then we have Transformers number 11. And number 1 this week. Ooh, what could it be? There's a lot of books. Let's roll down though.
Ultraman in the Avengers.
At the end of the day, Venkman's all about the dick.
It's all about the dick, baby. It's got to be good dick. Nobody wants mediocre dick. This is great dick. If you're not buying this dick, you don't know dick.
This is number 1. It's number 1, Richard.
Yeah, I know 3 Richards. This is the best.
I thought I was the best Richards. I was the first Richards.
Well, this dick's always on time. I don't know about you.
That's right. That's fair.
Iconic. Iconics. I don't care what he says. You're gonna use iconic. I'm thinking of Billy, Billy Kay, and
LK tried to do that last night.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, this is just fun. I love this. It's again the streets are full of blood because it's I love that when appears like, you know, if you don't get a cap, usually when there's like a riot about to happen or something's gonna happen, you know, they always say it's like, oh, if you don't stop this soon, the streets will be full of blood. The cover is Streets Full of Blood because, oh, Flat Top is going around murdering people. He killed Shoulders last issue, and his wife or his girl. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was just like, this guy is a villain. There's no redemption arc. Sorry. Just like the Joker, there's no redemption arc. Harley Quinn, no redemption arc.
Dick Tracy villains don't get redeemed.
No.
They get buried.
Yep.
Redeem your Dick Tracy villains with this Happy Meal. Dude, like I said, this looks cool. It says Green Eye Killings, but the puzzler is revealing a much bigger and deadly conspiracy, one that weaves back its tentacles. Why do you gotta put tentacles on there? Then it just changed the vibe of what I'm reading here. Sorry, we can't use vibe until November.
Now it sounds like the spirit with the octopus. That was the villain that the spirit had.
But let's not get wrapped up in this, okay?
Oh, boo.
Yes. Never thought I'd say I like a book that Alex Segura is part of. It's a writing team. I never in years.
He's about to write a new Spider-Verse story too.
And I'll bet you it sucks.
Who gives a shit about Spider-Verse? There's Peter Parker, Spider-Man. They admitted it in the last Amazing Spider-Man that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. No one else is Spider-Man. So forget all this multiverse crap. Sorry, we're done. Let's move on. Dick Tracy, though, like I said, I am looking forward to this becoming like, you know, maybe another movie. But as long as they keep it close to this, and I'm like, you could get Ben McKenzie, sure. I thought Jensen Ackles maybe, but
I can see him too.
But very fun. This is my number one for the week. Mr. Zach, Zach. No, Breen.
Is it Breen
right?
or Zach? Yeah.
Breen,
you got
Breen.
it right.
Mr. Breen, where are we going?
Mr. Breen,
Let me
Mr.
consult my.
I think I know where I'm going.
Number 5, Kardak. Number 4, Geiger. Number 3, Defenders of the Earth. Number 2, Dick Tracy. And number 1, Kill All Immortals. We went over it when Venkman had it on his list. So in the interest of finding out what's happening in the world of trades, we're going to jump ahead to Zach's number 1.
And also, Zach, have you ever watched Succession?
I know. I Succession. I had one friend that wouldn't shut up about it, and it kind of turned me off of wanting to watch it because that was all he talked about.
Did he mention it was Kieran McCulkin in there?
It was.
I know he's in it.
Okay.
Also, that other guy. What's his name? He was in X-Men 2. He was
Stryker.
Yeah, that guy. I always forget his name, but
Ted Stryker.
Yeah, Stryker.
Anyway, my number 1 this week is let me count down. I guess I should count down. Number 5 is gonna be Defenders of the Earth.
Sorry.
Defenders of the Earth, number 1. My number 4 for the week is Ultimates issue number 3. Number 3.
4.
Number 3 book is gonna be. Did I say it was Geiger? Number 5.
Number 3.
That was my number 3.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Green Lantern issue number 14.
2.
And my number 1 book this week is Transformers issue number 11. Dick Tracy, I apologize. I will be picking up Dick Tracy. It just didn't make the top 5.
You wanted robots over Dick. Okay.
I chose robots over mobsters.
Robots. Sorry, the robots, sir.
Robots, whatever. You knew what I meant. This has been after last issue. I'm pretty sure they just killed off another relatively famous Autobot. I don't want to spoil anything if there's anyone who hasn't read it. Daniel Warren Johnson does really good with are they dead? Are they not? That kind of storytelling. It was really intense last issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking this so far. I like how he's introducing some less well-known, at least less well-known to me. I'm not a huge Transformer fan, but I didn't know who Elita 1 or Beachcomber or Ultra Magnus. I'm not familiar with a lot of these.
I gotta ask. Wants to do something. He said that Optimus looks like a trash compactor on the cover. Are you referring to the cover A or one of the ones I showed up last time? Let me know in the chats. But I did not notice the first time around. This is Shockwave. I thought he was just holding a gun.
No, that's Shockwave.
Yeah, there was a Shockwave down here. I was like,
Yeah. So I've been loving it. Daniel Warren Johnson just kicks all kinds of butt as a writer. I mean his writing is right up there on par with his artwork. It's awesome. Jorge Corona, like you talked about his art earlier. The coloring, Mike Spicer on the color. I mean, this guy. I think this is the same guy who's done the coloring for Chris Samney, I believe. I want to double check.
well, not this one. Yeah, he's on the other one. He's on the main cover. He looks like a trash compactor. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just been a dynamite series. Not dynamite, but you know what I mean. Okay, no, Spicer is a different colorist than
Who the hell's buying this cover?
Not me.
By Odin's Fade?
Not me. I'm not buying that one. Yeah, this has been great though. At $4.99. I mean, it's great. Marvel should be taking notes from this.
I'll just say this: is he sitting on the Autobot boombox guy? Because there was one who was like an Autobot who was just like Soundwave, but he was the Autobot and he was right like this. So Optimus is sitting on one of the Autobots. But that's humor for people who know Transformers. But anyway, dude, can't go wrong with this book. The art is just phenomenal. It is. How often do you get a book where you have the artist changes it in the middle of the series and it keeps the same style? I haven't heard about that since maybe Ramita Senior and I forgot who took over after him. Maybe Ross Andrew, but they kept the same style. The house style was the same for Spider-Man. That's really cool to see. But anything else to say?
No, that's it.
That was on Optimus sitting on a can. He was sitting on. It's supposed to be a boom box, but to me, it looks more like he's sitting on another Autobot that was a boom box. It looks similar to that. It had a yellow cover on the tape deck. So I don't know if that was supposed to be that intention, or maybe the guy did not realize that when he drew it. But alrighty, let's go look over at the trades this week. New House of the Holy, which is done by brubaker Sean Phillips.
Oh, wow. Look, my week just got more expensive.
I told you this is coming out this week. You can just skip everything to the right, and then you can skip everything here. Oh wait, Detectives 1000. Oh, you'll let Engelty know. Is Jim Lee, Scott Snyder, Jeff Johns. Oh, look, I'm King. Then Brian Michael Bendis, Kevin Smith, and Peter J. Tomasi. And you get rid of 2 of them, the names on there, and that book actually might sell. But Ram V, there's another Ram V book there for you, Zach.
Which one's that? Rare Flavors?
Rare Flavors. I got the first one. It was really dumb. I remember. I was just saying real quickly. I got it because Skip and I were the only ones getting it that I know of.
I need to get These Savage Shores. I keep seeing it pop up on my Amazon recommendations. I need to pick that up.
The Resurrection of Magneto, but it has a hot storm on the front of it. So, and he's looking like Bison from Street Fighter.
He does look like Bison. That's wild. That's funny. That's pretty hysterical.
Con Distillery has a new book coming out by Jacques. I don't know anything about it, but
they actually put together an epic collection of Space Knight Venom, Flash Thompson Venom. That's actually pretty cool. If I had $45, I might pick that up.
New graphic novel by Jacques, writing and drawing, creator own, improvised and disciplined, where menial workers scratch out a living.
Menial.
Whatever. Millennial workers scratch out a living resupplying starships. The best place is to be gone. And next day, look where 13-year-old Abby wants to be. Along with her street tough friends, Abby stows away on a colossal luxury space liner for a chance at a better life. Unbeknownst to her, some of her friends, and friends, are not who they seem. Abby suddenly finds herself branded a saboteur as she desperately struggles to evade the ship's deadly crew and stay alive. But For those who know who Jacques is, he reads Snow Angels with Jeff Lemire. Jacques does all the art on that. You can also check out Batman One Dark Knight. It's a really cool 3-issue magazine size Black Label. It's action-packed sci-fi adventures where a young heroine confronts betrayal, discovers her true allies, and fights against all odds, discovering that nothing is farther away than home. Hardcover, 166 pages for $30. I'm probably going to pick this up just to check it out. I mean, this is the direct market edition. Jacques is a really good artist. So, we'll find out. It'll be my second distillery book or magazine that I am picking up. The other one being from last week. When I went to Rob Hell. The heist one. I forget what it's called.
Oh, yeah. Not Hell to Pay. What was it, though?
I got it here.
You have it? Okay.
The Big Burn.
Big Burn, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite distillery one.
I'm going to check this out, and then I'll quickly go through the other ones. Philadelphia is a book I probably should start checking these out because it's all about vampires in Philadelphia, and it's not Vampire in Brooklyn. So it should be good, right?
Should be.
Daredevil Epic Collection, Root of Evil. Dude, why not? I don't think I've heard of any bad Daredevil books. That looks old. That doesn't look modern. That looks like it's from the 80s.
Well, it was from the first run.
Yeah.
Who are the?
It looks like it's got Wright on here, and then Chester.
Oh, Chester. Wasn't a big fan of his run.
This is volume 19. This collects 333 through 344, and Elektra Root of Evil 1 through 4. So I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard of anything of these being bad. Even Anacentes was pretty good. I heard.
I'll tell you what I don't like though is that's 16 issues.
Yeah, for
$45. Yeah,
that's.
I think the Venom one is kind of similar. It wasn't a very long series.
So 16 issues plus this 4 here, right?
No, that's counting that.
Oh, it is counting.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. You're counting that. Yeah. Bill Oakley's on it doing the lettering. And Christy Seal wasn't there. They just put her photo there because there weren't no women in comics back then. And Ron Wagner doing the cover. So, what printing is this though? Because they had one here, and I guess that's the main cover. So, I don't know. That's going out this week. And then look here, David Mazzucchelli's Batman Year One Artist Edition hardcover, $150.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah,
but this one though, Batman by Paul Dini. That looks cool.
Yes, it does.
You know why? Because Paul Dini doesn't gender swap people. He just writes the characters that they are. He loves the Penguin. He doesn't run out of ideas and has to gender swap because he's an idiot. But collects Batman in 685. Yeah, Batman Annual number 1, 2016. Batman Black and White number 3. Batman Gotham Knights 14 from 2000 run. Batman Streets of Gotham 1 through 4, number 7, 10, 14, 16, 21. DCU Holiday Special number 1, Detective Comics 821 through 824, 826, 828, 831, 833, 834, 837 through 841, 843 through 850, 852, and 1000. Jeez. Basically almost 11. Yeah, 1000.
I think that part of the detective run, Batman and Zatanna fooled around a little bit.
And yeah, honestly,
can't blame them.
Yeah, I love this has this. My only complaint is like now I gotta go search in between some of these, like 1 through 4, and then like, all right, where's 5 and 6? Can't find that. You know, that's my only complaint when you have it focus on a single writer, because sometimes they skip because they take a break.
Yup.
So it ruins the collectability for me.
Yup.
All right. Scroll down real quickly. Blade Runner. Skip that. I read that. There's already a new one coming out. I'm like, I don't care anymore.
I could recommend Brother Lono.
Okay.
Lono. Heard it both ways. That's that was a character from 100 Bullets, so it's got the same feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I said Azzarello had one great story in him. This is it.
Well, yeah.
Anything connected with that world? It wasn't Torpedo supposed to come out tomorrow. Speaking of people connected to,
I don't know about that, but we read of. I know that Undead Quinn had his 2 books. See, one of them was Transformers. Another one was
Kardak the Mystic.
yeah. Okay, cool. And then he's also said he's getting pulling them. He was asking if anybody's pulling the missionary. Well, I'm single right now. I haven't pulled in a while. But he said it's Ryan Stegman on there. That's like saying like I don't know, like Stegman is better than Mark Bagley. To me, they're kind of like.
Oh, Stegman is definitely better than Bagley. No contest.
But
I like Bagley.
This is also came out by Mad Cave, and it's Mark Russell in here, so pass.
Yike.
Army of Darkness Forever. Don't really care. Sorry, Tony Flakes and Greenwood, but the art's so bad. The art should not. This art should never be used on anything but torrent. Sorry, Justin Greenwood, you're not that great of an artist. Iron Man Invincible. Ooh, look at that, dude, real quickly. That's a nice collection to get if you were collecting Iron Man. So did I this before this? Now you're getting this one. Now you have 2 of them. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Wait, this doesn't exist. There's no Marvel after 2012. Jimi Hendrix. What the hell? What? Really? What? Titan Comics are just releasing stuff. Witchfinder Omnibus with Dark Horse, Mike Mignola, and Chris. I can't read that else. But yeah. And then we have here's the other cover. More Gargoyles, The Bloody Dozen, Charles Soule and Raphael Albuquerque. So Tale of the Shrouded Card. This must. Oh, you know what this is? This ties into the one with coins where they're trying to rob Hill. Yeah. And here's the other cover. Hey, look, Rebel Moon. No one cares about. Rick Hunter. Starch. Really? Okay. It's you know what's funny though? They put Min May on there. Everybody hates Min May from the actual Robotech. She was the most annoying character. And the Marvel Masterworks, Rhyme 3. Got that.
The what?
You heard me, so man. I said Masterwork. No, it's Governor Works.
You and friended somebody a minute ago.
I know. It wasn't you though. No. The Amazing Spider-Man. This is number 2, I guess, or number 3. They're
number 3, which would
why
be
would I?
30.
But why would I want this? This is like the 30th printing of this.
I know, that's insane.
Donald Duck though, 90th anniversary collection. Those looks cool.
Interesting.
Our Lord of the Cover said he's ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. Go check us out over on I Love Comics in a few minutes. We're raking some covers over there. More 80s indies from the 80s, from the 1980s. And if you haven't done so, please check out the rest of our playlist here. Go to click subscribe. If you subscribe, please, thank you. If you haven't done so, for those who have, thank you because we're here every week to ignore you. Not to ignore you unless you're one sleep.
Didn't Mags write Rebel Moon?
That was the movie Zack Snyder.
Yeah, she wrote the tie.
Oh, did she do a comic?
He said if it's half as good as the movie, I'm getting that.
The movie wasn't very good though.
No, I hated the first part. Maybe I haven't watched the second part though, so maybe it's good. But we were I guess all the black pills saying, "Oh, look, they got the right to tie in Megs. Who gives a shit about Megs?"
Well, there's nothing wrong with that because she's not a good writer. He's not a good writer.
No, but
Zach, are you joining us?
I'm trying to close this out here so we can leave. So leave.
Yeah, I know. I should be over there.
Check out the Ko-Fi link if you can, and we'll see you tomorrow on this channel. Well, no, we won't see this tomorrow because Thursday night for the best of the week.
Yes. All right. See you in the other room.
Yep. Later.
Play us out.
I don't know.